Hey Falcons fans, get ready. What we're about to discuss could really shape the next 2 seasons in Atlanta, and it might not be what you expect. Everyone is buzzing about the big stories like the Kirk Cousins situation, the defensive changes, and of course the upcoming draft. But there are two important decisions right now that could greatly impact the Falcons' future, both in the short and long term. Before we dive in, don't forget to hit that like button and join our channel to stay updated. First, let's talk about the center position and the future of Drake London. There's something important that head coach Raheem Morris shared about the Falcons' plans at center, and it's been flying under the radar but shouldn't be overlooked. Losing Drew Dalman was a big deal. He just signed a $40 million contract with the Chicago Bears, which shows how much he was valued in the league. Dalman was a key player, holding down the middle of the line during tough games and working well with different quarterbacks. Now that he's gone, the big question is, who will take his place? Enter Ryan Neuzil. You might remember him stepping in for Dalman last season when he got hurt. Neuzil started 8 games, and while he wasn't perfect, he did a solid job. According to Coach Morris, the team feels comfortable with Neuzil if that's how things go. Let's be honest, unless Atlanta picks a new center high in the draft, the job is Neuzil's to lose. He may not be a superstar or a player you see on posters, but at 27 years old, he's consistent and reliable. Most importantly, he fits the Falcons' budget. Last year, he had a decent pass-blocking grade of 63.6 and allowed just 1 sack in 8 starts. In a league where one mistake can change the game, that's impressive. With the Falcons working with limited cap space after some big moves, Neuzil provides stability without costing a fortune. Sure, Coach Morris says Neuzil will need to earn the role and that there will be competition, but it feels like a quiet vote of confidence from the coaching staff. They're not in panic mode or searching for a veteran. Neuzil is next in line, and they're ready to see what he can do. Now, while the center position seems like a smart internal choice, the next big decision hanging over Flowery Branch is about something much bigger. Wide receiver Drake London. Here's the deal. The Falcons have until May 1st to pick up London's 5th-year option. That's the deadline. You might think, well, that's an easy choice. And you're right. But it hasn't happened yet, which makes this situation interesting. Let's take a step back. London was picked 8th overall in the 2022 draft, and he had big expectations from the start. In just 3 seasons, he has already made a name for himself with 241 receptions, 3,042 receiving yards, and 15 touchdowns. Last year, he had his first 1,000-yard season and has been targeted over 100 times in each of his 3 seasons. That's proof of his talent. Drake London isn't just part of the game plan, he is the game plan for the Falcons' passing attack. Now let's talk about how he fits in. With Michael Penix Jr. stepping in as quarterback, he's going to need a reliable target to help him find his rhythm. Yes, Bijan Robinson is a powerhouse out of the backfield, and Kyle Pitts has star potential, even if his role still feels a bit unclear. But Drake London, he's the steady presence. He's the X-receiver that every young quarterback dreams of having: big catch radius, reliable hands, and a strong physical presence on the field. He's the guy. So why the holdup on picking up his 5th-year option? It could just be a procedural delay, or maybe the Falcons are thinking long-term and considering an extension. But let's be clear, time is running out. If they don't pick up the option, they risk losing him to free agency after the 2025 season. With the wide receiver market booming, 8 receivers now making over $30 million a year, the price is only going to rise. You don't gamble on players like London, you build around them. You give them security, and in return, you get consistency, especially now that the team is transitioning to a new quarterback. The offense needs familiar faces who know the system, can perform under pressure, and have already earned the trust of their teammates and coaches. Plus, this situation reflects how Atlanta values its draft picks. London was a top 10 selection who has delivered on his promise. If the Falcons want to show that they reward successful draft picks, now is the time to do it. Let's not forget about Kyle Pitts, who is also entering a crucial year, the last on his rookie deal. If London gets extended and Pitts bounces back, suddenly this offense doesn't just look functional, it looks formidable. So here we are, Falcons Nation. Two important decisions. One is flying under the radar while the other is right in the spotlight. Ryan Neuzil may not be a flashy name, but he could be the steady force that keeps the offensive line strong in 2025. And Drake London? He's your WR1 and your future. It's time to ensure he stays in Atlanta for the long haul. What do you think about these two situations? Should the Falcons lock in Neuzil and focus their draft picks elsewhere? And do you believe that picking up Drake London's fifth-year option should be followed by an immediate extension? Share your thoughts in the comments. Now, Falcons fans, this story deserves your full attention. It's not just about one of last season's starting defensive backs. It could hint at a reunion that might still happen, even if it seems like the team is moving in a different direction. This isn't just off-season chatter, it's coming straight from the source. Veteran safety Justin Simmons is officially leaving the door open for a return to Atlanta, and depending on how things unfold in the coming weeks, the Falcons might want to pick up the phone. Let's set the scene quickly. The Falcons have gone through some serious changes this offseason. Grady Jarrett is gone, heading to the Bears, and Drew Dalman has joined him in Chicago with a big new deal. Lorenzo Carter and Eddie Goldman have moved on too, and we all know the rumors about Kirk Cousins have been swirling nonstop. It's been goodbye after goodbye across the roster. In the midst of all these changes, there's an interesting twist. Not everyone is leaving for good. Justin Simmons, who started at safety for the Falcons last season after signing a one-year $8 million deal, recently appeared on FanDuel's Up and Adams. He made it clear that if the Falcons want to talk, he's open to it. When asked about his future, Simmons didn't sound like someone who has closed the door on his time in Atlanta. In fact, he seemed like a guy with unfinished business here. "I just think it was a one-year thing," Simmons told Kay Adams. "They kind of like the younger guys too, and sometimes things don't work out, and you go in different directions. But I don't know if the door is necessarily closed. We'll see." Let's break this down. Simmons clearly understands what's happening with the team. The Falcons are focusing on bringing in younger players on defense. The fact that Simmons hasn't shut the door completely isn't just idle talk. It shows he knows there's always a chance a veteran like him could be called back, especially if injuries or inconsistencies pop up during training camp. One of the main reasons Simmons signed with Atlanta in the first place was the chance to play alongside Jesse Bates III. That duo brings a level of experience and skill that you don't find everywhere. The Falcons are working on developing their young talent this year, but they also want to mix in some veteran leadership. Simmons could be the perfect bridge between those two worlds. While a deal isn't likely to happen right away, it's clear that if the Falcons need a reliable veteran safety with leadership skills, locker room presence, and good chemistry with the coaching staff, they already have someone ready to step in. So, should the Falcons consider bringing back Justin Simmons if the price and timing are right? Or do you think it's time to fully commit to the younger defensive backs and let them grow without looking back? Share your thoughts in the comments below. And don't forget to hit that like button and subscribe to the channel so you never miss an update. Go Falcons!